I wonder what I'm going to do today. I know, I'll read some manga. Which one am I going to read? How about this one here? Attack on... Well, let's not do that. I know, actually. Let's watch some anime! Alright, anime. What am I going to watch? Let's see here. Here's a good one. Well, guess if I can't read or watch anything, I'll just get to the review. Hey again everybody, Sol here. I have only one rule here: if it's animated, I'll comment on it. And I'm gonna be the first to admit that I am not a very brave person. Well, that's not really fair. I'm brave when it comes to some things, like being on camera and speaking my mind and selling off the organs of blind orphans to millionaires for use in alchemy, but I'm talking about when it comes to facing my inevitable death at the hands of a giant, unassailable force. I feel my pants getting a bit shit-lined, if you know what I mean. Therefore, it really did take all my courage to man up and watch this here anime series called Shingeki no Kyojin, or as most of you know it, Attack on Titan. Alright, so it's Sol's history book time, and... Oh, wait a minute, where's my history book? Where the hell did I put it? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so... Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan in the English translation, began life as a manga series back in 2009, being serialized in Bisatsu Shonen magazine, and still going on today. The anime series was produced by WIT Studios and Production IG, with a total of 25 episodes, and a second season coming sometime in 2016. The first season began airing in Japan in 2013, sparking an absolutely massive fan base, with tons of spin-off material and merchandise. I think that's it. Okay, well, I'm done with that. Now, I would love to say let's go get my Survey Corps jacket as we take a look into Shingeki no Kyojin, but who the hell am I kidding? I would never join the Survey Corps. I'm a coward, what do you expect? But, well, I guess it's time to man up, so I'm gonna gather all my courage, tighten up my sphincter, and we'll take a nice look at Attack on Titan. Shingeki no Kyojin's plot is about as thickly layered as a wedding cake. A wedding cake doused in blood and chunks of viscera. A wedding cake that someone takes and repeatedly rapes while laughing maniacally. A wedding cake that... never mind. Humanity has been forced back behind a gigantic wall by creatures known as Kyojins, or Titans as most people call them. Behind the walls, humanity has enjoyed a century of peace, but that peace comes to an end when a colossal titan destroys one of the walls, and other titans go flooding in, making all of humanity abandon the area inside the wall. Flash forward 5 years, and Eren Yeager, a young man who escaped the invaded area known as Shiganshina, his adopted sister Mikasa Ackerman, and their friend Armin Arlit, join the Survey Corps, a military group who venture outside the walls and try to reclaim the land lost to the Titans 5 years prior. However, twists and turns abound, as more is learned about who Eren really is, and how humanity attempts to fight a battle they can't possibly win. Jesus, piss in a bucket if that isn't the setup for an incredible tale. And yeah, I would say that it certainly pulled off like an incredible tale, with so many revelations and twists and other events that are sewn together into an epic yarn of violence, despair, and general badassery. I've got nothing but praise for this plot. So, the walls of the plot have been raised incredibly high on this day. Can the characters scale those walls, or will they be trapped in its shadow forever? You see what I did? Once again, this is a series with way too many characters to delve into each one individually, so you'll just have to settle with a cursory glance today. But anyway, the main protagonist is Eren Yeager, a brash young man with an obsession of wiping out every last Titan, since his mother was eaten by a Titan during their invasion on Shiganshina. I would say that initially, before a certain revelation that I won't spoil here, Eren is kinda just your typical shonen action hero who yells a lot and won't let anybody sway him from his obsessive path to kill the Titans. Then, once a certain, event happens, we see less of Eren's obsession and more of his uncertainty and confusion, which makes him a much more interesting person to watch. Overall, I'd say that Eren is a good protagonist, but he does take a little while to form a butt groove in the chair of heroes. As for Eren's support, there's Mikasa Akerman and Armin Arlert. Mikasa is Eren's adoptive sister, who came into the Jaeger's family after her parents were killed by slave traders. After that event, Mikasa became a distant and emotionally hollow young woman, who has no reason to live other than to keep Eren safe and be by Eren's side. And this is the biggest problem I have with Mikasa. Yeah, she's a supreme badass when she's fighting Titans, and that's cool, but when she's forced to simmer down and be an actual, character, you find that she has very little going for her other than her obsession with keeping Eren safe. It makes her seem like she doesn't have a will of her own, which isn't a whole lot of fun to watch. Nothing terrible, just nothing spectacular. Then there's Armin, who's Eren and Mikasa's friend. Armin is the most intelligent of the three and brings the most level-headedness to the battlefield. As a character, I like Armin and find him rather charismatic with his passion and trust, but still, there are some times when his terrified screaming can get on your nerves a bit. Along with Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, there are their colleagues in the Survey Corps, who all have distinct personalities, but nothing so important as to give each person their own segment. I'll just say that I love this girl here, Sasha Blouse, who brings some much-needed chuckles to break up the tension and gloom a bit, but everyone else is kinda sorta just there? And not much else. There's so many other important characters too, like Captain Levi, one of the strongest Survey Corps members in history, Annie Leonhardt, another member of the Survey Corps who graduates alongside Eren and the others, and just every other member of the Survey Corps and other branches of military, but I really can't just- Whoa, wait a minute. Did you hear that? Okay, never mind. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna take a look at the good things in this series, because oh, holy shitballs. Okay, so I have no idea what's causing that rumbling, but I think if I stay inside my house, I'll be safe, right? Right? Alright, so let's take a look at the good things in this series, because that'll calm me down. While I don't think this series is the nectar of the gods or anything, I'd be lying if I said that this series didn't make me want to piss, vomit, sweat, and excrete out my various internal organs from the insane amount of tension and foreboding it creates. I mean, Christ, and a bag of Doritos, I have almost never bore witness to something with this amount of anxiety and rigidity in its plot and execution. Every single second, something important's going on, either in the dialogue or the action, and it just makes you want to glue your eyeballs to the screen and duct tape your mouth shut so that your breathing doesn't become louder than the audio. It may sound like I'm being biased on this regard, but it's totally true. If you want to feel the indomitable stress of an unassailable force bearing down on you like so many leaning Tower of Pisas, then sit your ass down and take a gander at this. This whole series operates like a well-oiled machine, with every line of dialogue spoken with gravitas, every situation and decision having real and lasting consequences, the ever-present and very real fear of death that crushes the characters like an anvil made of elephants and— Damn guys, I think I need to slow down for 1 second. If I keep on filleting this series like this, I'm gonna drown in my own saliva. Just a couple other quick notes, like crap in a hat does this series look amazing. Presentation-wise, it gets an A triple plus. Or is that 4 A's?
No, that's Drambuie.
The music, the background designs, just literally everything. It just oozes excellence from every orifice. Okay, I really can't be the only one feeling that. I mean, come on, the floor is shaking, right? Whatever. Okay, so we'll take a look at the bad things now. Because, okay, seriously, I just heard someone's car get stepped on. Okay, so, seeing as how I just gave this series the reviewing equivalent of a blowjob with Baskin-Robbins, you would think I don't have a single negative thing to say about the series, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Okay, I seriously can't be the only one feeling that. It's true that even though I do think this series is something incredible, there are a few things that do piss me off a little bit, but do keep in mind that they are fairly nitpicky. For one, I absolutely hate the design of the Titans. Yeah, they do an amazing job of creating a thick fog of hopelessness, but other than the special Titans like the Colossal Titan, Armored Titan, and this other Titan who shall remain nameless, they just look so silly. Not just silly, but downright stupid at times. Yeah, these guys are still threatening, but they basically look like giant naked potatoes with Big Bruce from Finding Nemo grins.
Hello?
And yes, I will say that the latter half of the series' plot, while just as tense and exciting, if not more so than the first story arc, becomes almost like an anti-Brick Wall series. Now, a regular Brick Wall series is when the heroes are constantly faced with threats they overcome by pulling something out of their asses at the last minute, but this series is different in that it's the villain that constantly pulls something out of their ass to continue the story. It can get a little more than frustrating at times, to tell true, but I can't go into more detail without spoiling stuff. And I think that about wraps up my, the bad things in this series, and I have no idea what's causing that rumbling. So, I think I'm gonna have to do the undoable and go and see what it is. While I, grab some gear to prepare myself to do that, let's take a look at my least favorite and my favorite episodes, because, yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Oh, God. Okay, so, now when I say least favorite episode, I don't mean that I dislike it or anything, it's just one I had to single out as being less amazing as the other ones. So, that one would have to be Erwin Smith, the 57th Scouting Mission Part 4. What a name, huh? At this point in the series, well, lots of shit has gone down, and the Survey Corps has ended up in a forest outside of Wall Maria, and has managed to trap a marauding and intelligent female Titan. Captain Levi tries to discover the real identity of the female Titan, but gets a few unexpected surprises from the beast. The reason why this episode is my least favorite is that it's just a supreme example of the whole anti-Brick Wall series thing I mentioned earlier, in that the female Titan just starts pulling abilities out of her ass to have her keep existing, and it's just a little frustrating. Still a great episode, but it's a bit annoying. Ooh, yikes. You want me to pick a favorite episode? Yeah, that's like picking out a needle in the world's most depressing haystack. But, well, I guess I gotta choose one, so I guess I'll have to say that my favorite episode would be Wound, The Struggle for Trust, Part 8. There are massive spoilers here, so if you do not want anything spoiled, please move ahead. So, at this point in the series, Aaron's ability to transform into a Titan has been revealed to the public, and they make a plan to reclaim the city of Trost from the Titans by using Aaron to move a huge boulder and seal up a hole in the wall. However, the plan backfires, and Aaron loses control of his Titan form. While his friends try to protect Aaron's Titan form, Armin tries to coax Aaron's human form into regaining control. I could gush on and on about why I love this episode, but that'd take too long, so I'll just say that everything that happens in this episode is the absolute epitome of what makes this series so great in the first place. I will just leave it there for now, but trust me when I say that it's something to behold. Shingeki no Kyojin is... Okay, shut up! Anyway, Shingeki no Kyojin is an experience that can't be shared with anyone. You have to view it by yourself so you can fully digest and comprehend what an experience it is. To put it in terms that are simpler, well, it's an experience that no anime fan can call themselves an anime fan if they haven't witnessed yet. They need to know what kind of a ride it is. I give Shingeki no Kyojin 4.5 eyes out of 5. So, Shingeki no Kyojin. Is it watchable? Is it enjoyable? While some of you may be finding yourself inwardly snickering because of the comical appearance of the Titans, I would say that you are definitely an alien or a single-celled organism if you can't find a single thing to enjoy about this series. Is it memorable? Well, that's a hilarious statement because, yes, it is totally memorable. Not only has this series spawned a gigantic fan base with so many spin-offs, a second season coming 2016, and all this merchandise and cosplayers and everything like that, it's certainly one titan of a franchise. So, yes, definitely I would say it's memorable. Now, I'm about to do the unthinkable, what no non-brave person could ever do. I'm going to go slay the beast that's outside these walls. Hey everybody, thanks a ton for watching my review of Shingeki no Kyojin. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more of my videos, you can click the links playing in the video right now, or you can hit subscribe to follow my channel, because I always appreciate that. Probably a lot more than you know. I'm so close to 1,000 now. Or if you want to check out my various social media platforms, you can see the links there in the screen, or you can check them out in the description to see my Twitch channel, Twitter page, and my Facebook fan page. As always, if you have an idea for an animated series or movie you want me to comment on, you can leave me a message in the YouTube comments on any one of my social media platforms, or just message me in any way you can think of to let me know what you want to see, and I will add it to my list. Alright, thanks again for watching everybody, and I will see you next week.